What is up, Snarf Gang? It's your boy Snarf Brownie, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Invincible Iron Man Omnibus Volume 1, baby. This collects Tales of Suspense 39 through 83 and Tales to Astonish 82. If you don't know, um, Tales of Suspense is where Iron Man originated, and he shared the title with Captain America for the longest time until they split off in their own series. So this collects almost the entire era of that. It leaks into a little bit into Volume 2. Also, first things first, build quality about this book. It's pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's just this copy I got, but yeah, the binding was pretty tight. I stretched it right after I got it, but still while I was reading it, the glue on the spine cracked in two different places. So this is the first place it cracked, and I kind of tried to glue it back together with Gorilla Glue, but it cracked like all the way on the whole thing. Like that sucked. And then the second part where it cracked was right about here. Right about there. That one's a little bit harder to notice because the crack wasn't as bad. I caught it before it went all the way, and I tried my best to repair it with Gorilla Glue, which I'll be honest, it probably wasn't the best option of glue I could have gone with, but it's what I had on hand, and this omnibus wasn't particularly expensive, so it wouldn't be that hard to replace if I wanted a super good condition like copy, but I digress. This is your dust jacket. It's pretty cool. I already showed it to y'all, but here's the inside of the dust jacket. Here's what the book looks like without the dust jacket. You got Iron Man on the spine right there. Iron Man on the back. I really like the art in this book. The art in this book is great. I love the old Iron Man designs and the new ones, and they're great. Except for the parts where it looks like the two little circles next to his main one are like right on his nipples. Then it looks kind of goofy, in my opinion. But the way Silver Age Marvel series like this, they all follow some sort of general progression. Like, I feel like it takes a little bit to like the character in the series, but like once they get built up a little bit, you just start to like them more and more. And the art just improved throughout the series a lot. Like, let me show you the art from some of the last issues. Like, it's pretty sick. Compared to the first ones, like, that's definitely a visible improvement. Iron Man as a character, he's pretty similar to the way he is in the movies, except less, like, I guess, expressive. He's just not as emotive, I guess I would also put it. He is the billionaire playboy that has government contracts to make weapons, as we all know. But he also has a double life as Iron Man because he got captured in Vietnam and he was trying to be forced to make weapons for this one general, and he used the Iron Man brain to make the Iron Suit and escape. As we all know from the movie, it's a little bit different in the comics, but that's basically the story. And he has his receptionist Pepper Potts, which has a crush on him, and at first he like totally rejects her for like a long time, and then he ends up getting this limousine driver or a chauffeur driver, Happy Hogan, which he literally never uses to drive him around anywhere once. So he's basically just paying this guy to do nothing, which I think is pretty funny, especially since he's trying to bang the receptionist who likes Tony Stark, except he's like, oh, I'm emo because I have this stuff right next to my heart and it could kill me at any moment. Oh, I just can't let a female into my life. So he low-key like acts like an asshole on purpose to her, and I'm just like, bro, you don't gotta do all that, bro. Like, if you really cared that much, you just like tell her eventually after you're like getting that relationship going a little bit, like a normal person. But the internal struggle is what makes these characters at Marvel so interesting in the Silver Age. So I think that he's a pretty interesting character because of that. And the dynamic he has between who he is when he's Iron Man versus Tony Stark is also pretty cool. He's got sort of that Spider-Man thing going on where he like can't explain why he was in two places at once. And I know that Iron Man eventually goes public with his identity, but it doesn't happen in this volume. Keeps it secret that whole time. But I can tell that the story's building up to it because they pump faked us with it like 3 times in this or something. And I wasn't pissed about it or anything. Like, obviously, he's going to try to do everything he can to not reveal his identity if he doesn't have to. So, yeah. In terms of just art and story, though, if I had to give this a rating, I would give art like an 8 out of 10. I think the art was really great, especially towards the end of this book. But the early art can be a little bit rough in any Silver Age run, but it'll always pick up. And I think that the art is like really good in this. In terms of story, I think that this also picked up pretty fast. Like with some of the Silver Age omnis that I've been reading, it took me like a minute to like the character and like build up the world around him. It made like make I really started to like the character around issue like 6 or 7. But for this one, I feel like I was fucking with it from like issue 3. You know what I mean? So I really fucked with that. That it like really set out the dynamics of the characters and stuff like that. And also, he just has a cool like suit development over the series, and his powers are just cool too. Because he has so many different like tech gadgets he can use, and something I think that's especially intriguing about Iron Man as opposed to other superheroes is his powers can just canonically change throughout the series because he can always just like add new tech to his suits and like make modifications, like change his appearance and stuff. And like you can't just do that with other superheroes because their powers come from like things that are set in stone. You know what I mean? And I think that makes a lot of the fights in this a lot more interesting too. And I really like the international tension that's going on throughout the story too. I think that's also a pretty interesting beat. Just the Cold War setting, because like it actually happened. You know, it's just really cool setting in my opinion. I know that some people prefer the real world setting that Marvel has. Some people prefer the fictional world that DC's in. I'm not gonna lie, Marvel, like they were cooking low key, putting it in the real world. Like obviously the Marvel universe is so vast now that it like is nothing like the real world whatsoever, even though it's technically the real world. But like back when it was just the Silver Age and you only had like a few superheroes running around, like maybe like 10. Those were the days, man, when that world building really like carried its weight, and that shit is so cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is why I'm really loving getting into the Silver Age of comics. So my total rating for the story, 8.5 out of 10. That was my rating of the Invincible Iron Man Omnibus Volume 1. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. S for Snarf. Snarf getting out.